babes, we're not watching this show no more. I made the executive decision. I signed the order like Trump, bro. I said, there'll be no more This Is Us in this house. No more. Bro, there's cameras set up by my
people on both sides.
It's a great show. It's a great show, but there's no more This Is Us in this house. Bro, I don't know what's happened. I don't even know how I wrote that. The dad died.
Show the camera. Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of Expect Foolishness.
All right.
Let's get started.
You have to do something. No, that's the thing.
There you go, bro.
Whatever you
Off the
you
top.
have, just off the top.
What you saying, blood? Come on, guys. Let me be with y'all. I want to be with y'all, man. I want to be with y'all, man. To give me a ride. What you saying, blood?
You know what?
We have to address it, but we need to do the big clap. We need to do the big clap. There's a big guest right now, but we're going to address that immediately.
100%.
Now.
A lot of things have happened already and the day just got started.
And it's upsetting me. Many of things that you've done, your whole UK experience has pissed me off from afar. Can we let's big round of applause. It's the
Kevonstage.
Whoa.
Thank you for coming. What is going on, bro?
My wife as well. I ping y'all.
Yes.
Ping y'all.
Okay.
Come on,
we
man.
got to
Hey,
do it
listen,
now.
we need to talk now. Because
Now.
even on the way in, he came up, he's like, what you saying? What you saying? What you saying?
What? Do you know what you're doing that's getting to me, yeah? You ever see like a white woman dance to black music?
Oh, wow.
And she wants to let us know
And the thing is-
that she's proper. So she's
And she knows the steps.
More than
She knows the steps, but the rhythm is not there still.
No, she's she's doing too much to each step.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
when you show them, the candy dance at the
Yeah.
wedding? And she goes harder
Right.
It's too
than
pronounced.
everyone.
It's too pronounced.
And it's like, you
So I
gotta
need to chill.
take down the pronunciation
All right.
a lot.
like when he, what she's saying is crazy, bro.
On the right? Or,
Do you know what it is? The words need to like kind of blend together. That's what.
All right, what you saying?
Yeah.
What you saying?
Take the T out.
But also.
What you saying?
Calm.
What you calm?
Basically. So right now, this is what we need to do as well, because
bring 'em up to
we
speed.
are all similar age right now, yeah.
Man.
And what you're doing is you're using, well, not kinda.
Wait,
yeah.
how old are y'all?
So I'm 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
37.
37?
And then 42.
Yeah.
There you go.
38.
What? Oh, well, you're the youngest here.
No, I am.
What do you
He said
think?
38.
Oh, my
37.
Okay, cool, wicked, dope.
Okay.
William.
He's got us.
He ain't a millennial.
He's got us the hell out of here.
Well, bro, that's all from behind the
Steppy one
scenes.
still.
His knees are okay.
Yeah, he's in a great shape.
It's like that was good pronunciation, but I think the context was a little bit off.
I see that. I don't really know what it means. I just
So
been
this is
saying it.
why we're gonna get you right in
gonna
this
get you right.
moment. So, because what you're doing is you're using slang, but I don't feel like it's age appropriate.
Because I'm 42.
This is it. So,
I'm an elder.
so we have to use art. Like these words don't work anymore, but it's our stuff. You know, like when
Got you.
if you use the words that your kids are saying, they look at you like
Riz.
yeah.
You know. Okay, I feel you.
So
okay.
right now we need to get you right. Yeah.
Yeah, get me right.
So your missus, your wife.
Yeah.
You said that she's ping.
Ping y'all.
We're gonna fix that.
Okay.
We're gonna
Do you know what it is? That's just grammatically correct. That's
It's
what it is.
because it's ping.
You can say that's a peng gal,
Oh.
but why didn't you say that? I'll just say you'd say peng ting really.
Peng
Peng
ting.
ting.
And it's disrespect because ting. Obviously, your missus
That's your
ain't a
missus.
ting.
She ain't a ting,
Oh,
bro.
she ain't a
So
ting.
she's peng.
I know she was a ting, but she's ping.
Peng. No, peng is
Peng.
E.
Peng.
It's an E.
Pang.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not a pang ting. Pang, but not
No,
ting.
don't call her not a peng ting. That's crazy. That's disrespect.
Oh, I'll tell you what. You can just say your missus is a spice.
She's
Spice.
a spice.
She's a spice.
And just let that be.
Okay.
And then remember, now I want the coolness though, because you're not adding the coolness. So we like to throw out things for no reason. We say, obviously, she's peng. Obviously, we use that just when it's not obvious.
Just
as
to
well.
decorate.
Yeah.
Just to decorate. So try that, like obviously.
garnish.
Obviously, she's pang.
See what I'm saying?
See that? I like that.
See what I'm saying?
And he even threw the hand gesture in there as well. There we go. Now we're cooking.
I need to come.
Yeah,
I need to be here for
yeah,
a
yeah.
minute
And-
with the man them.
Here's
Okay.
okay. Let's
I
go
did
again.
it again.
Let's go again.
Okay.
Another one.
You need to
So
make it a bit drier because you kind of call it. He's like the man. Them. I'm like, There's too much juice on that.
It's just
This is all over the
I need you to just be like,
Mandem, innit?
Mandem.
Mandem.
I'm with the Mandem, innit?
Once
Every
again,
time I get one
you
thing
become
right,
that
I
white
do the-
woman. You become the white woman pop looking, bro. You see that white woman pop looking in Africa? Think of her when she's
I know exactly what you're talking about.
think of her.
That's the best thing that anybody ever got me to stop.
Think of
You're the
her
white woman
in
trying to
Africa.
be with us. Okay.
So
now-
like drop it like come on. That's what you throw that up for no reason.
Come on.
Come on.
It's Mandem,
There you
innit?
go, you see that?
this is
Come
my
on.
thing now.
It's the Mandem, bro.
Obviously, it's the
The
Mandem.
Mandem. Don't know. Don't know as well. Don't
don't
know.
know.
Don't know.
And the last one,
Allow that, brethren.
50% less effort on everything.
yeah.
Less
Like
effort.
you don't care. Speak like you don't care
Allow
to
that,
even be heard. Lower the volume to the point where I got to struggle to hear you.
And it's just unnecessary. But this is wait. Don't know's a don't know's
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Here's another one as well.
yeah.
If your friend's moving mad,
Yeah.
tell them to pattern up.
Pattern up.
Pattern up, bro.
Too much? Pattern up, bro.
pattern up, bro.
Pattern up, bro.
Yeah, it's like you're tired of dealing with him, even though it's the first time you told him. Hey, bro, pattern
Pattern
up,
up,
bro.
bro. I'm already fed up, bro. Pattern up.
Pattern up.
Like you see when you went to have pie and mash.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw that.
Bro,
we were so disappointed. in you, bro.
Disappointment. Because you're not seeing the flags. Why do you misread? What's going on in your world? The flags are just, do they not work in other countries? Because I know in America, you see all the flags.
Yeah, for sure.
What was it about going for that experience?
I saw a TikTok. This white dude, his name is Bosch.
Important.
Big Bosch. And he was like, he was so happy to be eating this. And he had stewed eels in it.
Dude.
He had stewed eels.
Stewed eels.
And he was so, and I was like, why is he? And he was not playing. Like, he really enjoyed that. So I was like, well, I got to show there. When I have to see what he saw.
Yeah.
Right. Now I know. And I tweeted, I was like, yo, do black people eat that? And they were like, I was expecting no. And it was mostly no. But some people from East London were like, nah, I kind of grew up, on that. Not on that, but like I've tasted that before. But the majority of black people was like, nah, bro, ain't no. We never.
I've never been to a place like that before.
I watched your experience. Your experience was the first time I experienced what you
It's really
experienced.
funny. That place is around the corner from my house. I've lived in that area for years. I've never been there. I've seen David Beckham film there. This is a famous shop. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities go there.
Oh, really?
I've never even stepped foot in there. I've been like, oh, cool. I've never thought I need a Jenny Deal in my life.
Yeah.
It's not for us. Even when you go in there, even how you started the story, it's like you said, you was on TikTok and you saw this white dude and he said you should eat there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
all I
flags.
should know.
That's crazy, bro.
Because it's important. It's like, I don't know.
But
like
see,
soul
in
food.
America, a white dude could put you on.
But on what though?
Barbecue, all kind of stuff. Like,
What about soul food? Like
not
the
soul
roast?
food.
See?
Okay.
Not soul food. But I knew it wasn't black people food. Like, I knew that.
Yeah.
I was just like, the fact that that's a shop that, like a restaurant that only serves that,
Yes.
somebody eats that. Like on the daily.
See, I'm glad that you knew that weren't where black people go.
No, I knew.
Because sometimes, like, the Americans come over
No,
and they'd be like, this is what you guys eat. And it's just like,
we
hey.
black all over the globe.
Okay.
I know ain't no black person sitting there. Like, I knew that.
Yeah,
and that's
good.
what my curiosity, I was just curious
Okay.
of what that would taste like.
Yeah.
It was awful. It was awful.
Saw your face. Man.
Yeah, I was like, bro, I was trying to be respectful.
Yes.
Cause them people in there, they at work.
Yeah.
I made that video, turned that camera off, and walked out. I was like, bruh, I feel like I might throw up if I take it was the worst thing with respect.
No.
The worst.
You don't have to say respect.
Okay, good.
You don't have to say respect.
All disrespect.
All
Because
disrespect.
it
You'll
was-
save time for someone else.
Yeah, ain't no
said-
way you gon' like that unless you grew up on that. That's the only thing. Because the other culture's food you could never have had, and it's good. Before I ever had Jamaican food, I'd never, like, I'm from El Paso, Texas, which is, there's no Jamaican restaurants.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ever. And I moved to North Carolina, no Jamaican restaurants.
Wow.
I lived on military bases, so I didn't grow up eating Jamaican food.
Yes.
We go to Jamaica, me and my wife. The first time I had jerk chicken in Jamaica, mind blown.
Bookshop.
The wor-
Come on, bro.
like my
Proud of
so
you.
you don't, but that's the first time I didn't have to grow up on that. When
Yeah.
it's good, it's
Yeah.
good.
You had oxtail as well?
Got oxtail rice.
Come
I'd
on,
be
bro.
wagwan, my
Come-
youth.
Hey, I'll let you get that off.
Women in Africa, bro. I got a woman in Africa, bro. Even Wagwan is like.
So that's the thing I was really curious about because
Yeah.
I was watching. Obviously, I'm the white woman now. I accept this.
Yeah.
I was watching Top Boy, and I had Jamaican friends, and I'm like, yo, this is a lot of Jamaican slang in English, like English dialect, like English, not dialect, but English culture,
British kind of
British culture.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm tripping. Because they're not all Jamaican.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yes.
Jamaican slang with a British accent.
It's the fabric.
Well, it's the fabric of the country. Listen, it'll be wrong for me, the Nigerian, to talk
speak on
about
it.
you. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, 'cause it's like the way British culture is kind of formed is like the roots are Caribbean mostly. Do you know what I mean? Like from when we came over, and we're like the first kind of group to kind of come over here and kind of establish. So the cultural base is like Wagwan. What are you telling me? Like a lot of it is Jamaican slang that's like morphed generation to generation. It's gotten weaker. So even Nigerians, young Chinese dudes, they all gonna say Wagwan when they see Wagwan.
And American people don't understand that because they're like, why are you saying Jamaican stuff? And I'm like, nah, in England, or in London, they say
Wagwan.
When I watch them shows, don't be Jamaican. Everybody says it. You know,
And even
so-
now, you're getting the African, the African
Oh, really?
involvement there.
African influence.
So we're getting things, people are just saying things like nyash.
Yeah, that's
You know,
right.
that's
right.
booty,
Not
right?
nyash. Yeah.
I heard that
that's-
one.
Oh, you be knowing?
Even when was it Prince Charles was like, oh yeah, Nigeria jollof, no they carry last.
I like that from him, but I didn't like him getting involved because that's a beef that's beyond him.
Yeah.
He has to understand, stay out of it. Ghanaians and Nigerians, we've been talking about jollof for a long time. We don't need the royal family. Even though he selected our one, we didn't
who was
need
this?
him. He said that Nigerian jollof is better than Ghanaian
But
jollof.
who's the
No,
person?
that's not what he said. That's a misquote. He said, no they carry last, which means it's not the worst one, technically.
No, you got
No, bro.
What is wrong with you? Are you well?
No, they carry last means
You're
they're first.
teaching him wrong, bro.
You're teaching him wrong, bro. And people in the Nigerians
Pattern yourself.
have seen yes.
Pattern up. There you go.
Pattern up, one.
Hey, pattern up, bro. We are never lost. When you say we know they carry last, we are never lost is what that means. So
Out of two.
he said we're the ones. That's what he said. But we said don't get involved in this
Thank
beef.
you, but mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your
Not being
don't-
a legit colonialist, bro. Like, you can leave this one alone, bro. You've got everything else, bro.
And that's the future. Wait, is he the king? He's the king.
Charles,
He's the king
he's
right
the
now.
king now, bro.
So used to his mum running it for so long. I was like, I don't recognize him when I should. There you go.
So how's your UK experience been this time around?
So this time, I'm talking about the food first.
Okay.
This is the first time that I was like, after that, because I like the full English breakfast. It's cool with me. Yeah, I got no problem from the hotel. I prefer the little shops, but the hotel was solid. Not the best, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah.
But I listened to the black people. They was like, bruh, most of my friends were like, if you know someone personally, your best bet is to go to their house. I'm like, well, brother, I ain't gonna be like, hey man, what's up? What y'all got going? But sticking with the ethnic foods has been. We had great Jamaican food.
Yes.
Jam Delish was vegan Jamaican food, was out of this world.
Yes.
So far, the best restaurant that we've had. The steakhouse my wife took me to for her birthday was
What was it called?
The Cut, I believe. The Cut, Wolfgang. I mean, one of the best steaks I've ever had. Like, really good.
There's another good steakhouse, bro.
Gauchos.
No. Hawksmoor.
Oh, yeah.
Fire?
Elite.
Yeah.
Okay. Next time.
It's gonna let you know.
Went to Dishoom Indian food last night. Good. We had a Turkish breakfast yesterday. It was good. I'm gonna get Nigerian food after this.
to put you on Enish.
Yeah.
Cut the check. Cut the check. Because he's gonna be in there. There's gonna be cameras. There's gonna be that one uncle.
Yeah.
Just eat the food and enjoy it. On the social media.
The camcorder.
Yeah.
That's going to take weeks to get that on socials.
Yeah, eat it. No, but yeah.
But so this time we've done the Buckingham Palace, all the touristy stuff. So we've been in different parts of London that I was like, oh, it's where the people actually be. This is the neighborhood that people going to work. You know, There's not a lot of tourists around here. The podcast we just did was very similar. So I'm like, oh, I've got to see a part of London that I hadn't had before. We just like Piccadilly Circus right by the show. We only usually come the day before the show.
Yeah.
So you're almost stuck to touristy spot. But this time we had more time to really check out the city. It's a much different experience. But I love London, so it's just getting better and better.
We need to get to some foolishness.
Unexpected foolishness.
We need to get to some foolishness right
Yeah.
now. Thank you, man. We're gonna click that.
You said unexpected.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, expect foolishness.
Oh, expect foolishness.
Yeah. We need to get to some foolishness right now.
Let's do it.
And guys, something is heavy on my heart. Something's heavy on my heart. I need to bring it to the congregation. I need to bring it to us as a group. You lot, we were upset with Shannon Sharpe's girlfriend before. You know, the younger one?
19.
The 19, 20, whatever.
His girlfriend though.
No, his
Well,
girlfriend,
she
but
was his person. Yeah.
Okay.
We've now seen the new one. But the range. So Shannon's got range. As in, as soon as I saw the picture, have you ever seen a picture when he says, I need to go to the comments right now? Has anyone ever done that?
Flew
Anyone
to
done
the
that?
comments.
I flew to the comments. And I said, you lot seen.
have you seen
I
her?
ain't seen her, no.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we'll show you.
got
We'll
you.
show you. Because in your mind, what you expected?
I promise you it's wrong.
No, so that's not fair because you're spoiling. What in your mind? What you expect?
I mean-
Oh, your wife. Look at your wife. Wait. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna get the reveal as well. Wait, go on. Hold on. Bow.
Oh, no. That's really her?
That's his.
Send that to me if you haven't.
That's his babes.
I don't know.
No, and that's his babes. That's his long term. That could be the Michelle. Her name's Michelle, right? Is that the Michelle?
Yeah,
that he was-
Michelle Bundy Evans.
So remember that voice note
Yeah, my Michelle.
when Michelle was. This is Michelle.
She looks like a lunch lady.
I don't understand what
Shannon Sharpe's range of women is crazy, bro.
But is it his range though? Is that just like where he is now? If you get me, maybe that's where he was, and now that he's kind of like more in the public eye.
He's a Hall of Famer, bro. He's not a like.
You mean
he
more in the
doesn't need
public
to
eye?
do that.
He was
don't
famous before these podcasts,
He's
bro.
famous in football circles, isn't it? So
Nah, he
Bro.
was big famous.
Big famous, bro.
And he went to TV almost immediately. Like, he's more popular in mainstream culture, but I think he's always been famous.
Exactly, because you lot have that in America, right? People that like, you know, when my Nigerians will fly over there and get married to someone for passport reasons.
Yeah.
It feels kind of passporty.
For no reason.
It feels kind of. He doesn't need to do that though. It feels like he wants indefinite stay.
What's that
He
show,
feels
90
like-
Days Fiancé? It's very 90 Days Fiancé. Like, bro, you here. You got the passport. You're
good.
here.
for reasons
good, bro.
is crazy. Though.
Wait, but why though?
Lakers in 5.
No, but then no, it's a bit mad. It's a bit mad, right?
It's very
thing
mad.
still.
I like
Getting
it's
better.
mad.
You know what? Hey, that was
It's a mad thing. still.
7 out of 10. I'll let you get that.
7 is great.
Organic.
But then, even
needs to
when you've
pattern up.
done it,
He needs
even
to
when you've
pattern up.
done it though, you gotta feel like I didn't even do it for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm missing.
It's a
Yeah, you
mad
was
thing
too
still.
glad for our respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, please like me. Please like me. I get it though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah,
bro,
like-
don't mean nothing. It's like Kano's character in Top Boy.
All the time.
all the time.
Yeah, Sully
This
was
is-
like, "What you on about?" All right, I'm white. I'm white again. I'm white again.
He was doing so well.
When I come back next year, y'all gonna be like,
Do you know what? This is when I know that you're proper. When you come back next year and you don't even really say hello to us, you come
Yeah.
back and it's one of them ones.
It's just
like in a bit.
But even
you gotta
when
do that with
no,
the
but,
squad?
bro,
Yeah.
no, it's less than that. It's even when you do it, it's almost like you don't. It's like what God? I'm not looking at you. I don't care that you've made contact. It's,
I haven't even seen you in
What
time.
God?
What
you
is
know?
this dismissive part of British
I don't
culture?
know.
What is this?
you know
It's
what?
like an urban version of the British reservedness.
Yeah, I see.
You know what it is?
It's the black version.
It's low key bad vibes. Because for some reason I'll rate you there, but I don't want to tell you that. So for some reason it's like, yeah, well, Kevonstage is here, yeah, okay.
Come on.
You said, yeah.
My
But in my
God.
head, I'm excited.
There's no dick riding.
I'm tweeting, Kev on stage is fucking here, bro. I won't even let you see it, but I'm like, try to take a little selfie. Post it. I won't tag you.
You're tagging. Yeah, you're not tagging.
But my group chat's going mad. Imagine I'm sitting right next to thee.
But the whole candor in the feet, come on, man. It's just Kevin. It man called him long time ago. Like,
Even when he leaves and he's like, yo, I appreciate you coming. I'm like, oh, come on, obviously.
Do you know what this occurs to me? You're both Kevins, right?
yeah.
It's like
Oh, your name's Kevin?
Yeah.
okay.
My dad gave me that name to give me a chance. I'm Nigerian. No, just because it's just for Femi Kunle. Anything that the CV is just more difficult.
Absolutely.
So he just said Kevin, and he changed my last name as well. My dad changed our last name. So it's supposed to be like the food Eba that you eat.
Yeah.
So my last name's supposed to be like Gary, like the Eba, yeah. But my dad was like, nah. So he just said, literally, this guy has just changed our family heritage
For no reason.
just like that, like a whole bro. And he hasn't, he don't care about ancestry.com. He just said, no, my children must be employed.
It's like,
man, assimilation into white culture, bro. It does a number on us.
Why?
But you have no choice. Like
survival,
for real,
innit?
it's survival, and in America, in England, you don't have no choice.
Yeah.
The power is the power. That's why we say black people can't be racist. We don't have the power to subjugate anybody else.
Yeah.
Racism, I can be prejudiced. I can say I don't like you, but true racism says I don't want you to live here. I can create a law that doesn't allow you to live here or get a job here or move up or get whatever.
Yeah.
That's racism. Like you can negatively impact my life
Totally.
because you don't like me. Black people don't have enough power in America, or I don't know about England, but in America, we don't have enough power to subjugate anybody.
In England, our one is, because there's always been that conversation about American black people and English black people and stuff. And obviously, what the tough thing that, I'll speak for myself really, is even when we see stuff or our history is not told to us. So we don't learn about British black history. So when we're learning about history, we learn your history.
that's right.
So they teach us about
Martin Luther King.
That period though,
Rosa Parks, and only that period, and it's supposed to be Black History Month, but we get it for it's a 2-day session.
Yeah.
So we have to learn that. We started Roots. I remember we started Roots. We watched 15 minutes of Roots at my school,
15?
and we never saw the rest. We just saw the start of the voyage, bro. 15 minutes, bro.
Like 6 hours long.
They made us. We got 15 minutes of Roots, bro.
Remember this bit? This bit.
Yeah. And there was does anyone speak Van Dinken? That's all I remember, bro. There was and I was thinking, great, that's all I got. So that's all.
Bro, we watched Amistad.
Is that what you watched at your school?
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
We watched it, but there was no lessons that followed. It was
Turns it up like that's crazy.
I didn't even get the video. We had like a little, they do that in I don't know how it is in, probably the same in the States. They have like terms and they have like different themes they put on the wall. So they'll have like a board and they'll just staple like lots of stuff and images and things like that onto the board.
Yeah.
So it'll be like the theme is Black History Month, and so there's just stuff, and then people bring in like different ethnic kind of things, and maybe they might bring in some food or something, and that's kind of it. You got to watch a video.
So wait, just put on a board. They
for the term, they're like, I don't know, spring or summer or whatever.
You better not tell me there was chains on that board. What was on the board? Hey, what was on the board? Hey, tell us now. What was on the board? Hey, what
there
pictures?
were chains.
Hey, if there was chains on the board, I'm gonna lose it, bro.
You know what's sad? The part of me thinks they might have been, but
Chains and Barack Obama. Chains and Barack Obama is crazy. Chains and Barack, it'll piss me off, bro.
But this is a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's before Barack Obama.
Different times, aren't it? Also had the war as well, so that'll come in as well. The people bringing stuff.
I think that's why the diaspora wars always start. I think other cultures in other countries learn about American history and Black American culture. America is so egocentric. We don't learn anything about anything you learn. You would have to seek it out yourself. Yeah. It's not taught in high school, middle school, none of that. So, in America, it's us.
Yeah.
So when I see these wars happening on Twitter, oftentimes I'd be like, we don't really know. And we take offense real quick.
Yeah.
And we'll go back to some insult from 93. And because we don't know, and a lot of us have been, that's like, we haven't been taught. Yeah. But also it's like, we also don't be bothering nobody. Sometimes it'd be like, bro, you legit. Like, I remember a couple months ago was like, this girl was like, how do people in America not know that in Trinidad there's there's like Indo-Caribbean people?
Yeah, I seen that clip.
Like, how would we know that?
Yeah.
We don't know. We barely know American history.
Yeah,
that's a very specific thing to know. And she was from Trinidad. Like, of course, you lived there, but I've yet to travel there. So it's like, I wouldn't expect British people to know about white flight, like or the Great Migration of why Black people from Mississippi moved to Chicago. That's wildly specific.
But
to
they try to teach us that,
that's-
or we watch your movies, because you guys will be the ones where we see ourselves, because we don't get to show ourselves here. Like in the UK, what they do is they act like they wasn't involved.
Yes.
So that's the thing. When you
They
say
act like racism was
what Americans did, so they're like, oh, those lot over there. So when they talk about racism, it's very from a removed thing. So then when you guys could call out racism in America very freely, right? Say that's racist. We will call out racism, and you'll be told that's not racist.
The gaslighting.
They'll tell you
Really?
absolutely not. So it's not dealt with in the same way. Like, so you guys are more progressed in the conversation. We haven't really got into the conversation starting, and if we do, we're using it as a
what happens
as
is
like a card. We're playing the race card.
There you go.
So then they'll say, race card, get out of here, type thing.
So there's no progress.
nothing.
Well, yeah, whenever
You call out an obvious display of racism, you're like, oh, look at
one of those
that.
ones,
He's
right?
done it again. Race cards.
What's even funny about that is, you know, they do things where there'll be like an inquest into some racism that's happened. So
Yeah.
is there institutional racism in the police? And they're doing a whole investigation into this because why? Because there's no racism.
Yeah.
You know, somehow it's like we're doing an investigation, but the fact that you have to investigate it means there's something there, right? But they'll do like a big 6-month thing, and at the end of it, oh no, we found no evidence to say that there was any form of institutional.
No, they found out they were racist. Remember that inquest, wasn't it?
No, but it's when they came out and they said, we found our findings and we found that we are the least racist places in Europe. And I'm thinking, wait, what does that mean? What does this mean, bro? You've changed nothing. We said, well, we looked everywhere else and they're much worse than us.
You niggas got it good. Y'all niggas is good.
Diabolic, bro.
Bro, that's hilarious.
The goalposts will move, man.
Man.
Wait, hold on. There was another thing, guys, that we need to talk about, actually. There's another thing, because Sinners.
Yeah.
Sinners. Not everyone. Does everyone watch Sinners in this room?
Absolutely, yeah.
Cool. But some people are not watching it. Wale, why are you not watching Sinners?
I think I haven't looked enough into it, but it was kind of like from a faith perspective. I looked at it and I was like, I don't really know about the messaging in there and
From the faith perspective.
yeah, I just
Okay.
I didn't feel comfortable with it. What I saw, I was like, I'm not sure. And I thought, well, what's the benefit of me? How much am I missing out by not watching it? And I was like,
So like a Lecrae, because everyone saw the Lecrae thing, right?
yeah.
And I've loved listening to your takes about this. But then you're someone that, again, strong Christian.
Yeah.
And you've seen this, and you're even watching your Harry Potter journey as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
talk to me about that, because are you finding it's like, you've obviously got people that are heavy on this side, and do they look at you and think, what the hell are you doing? We're giving you this platform and now you're...
I'm not saved. I'm not saved anymore. The people are like, he's just not Christian anymore. He's
snap.
He's
in the
out.
world now.
He's out. You're in the world. My thing is, I refuse to not challenge myself or challenge the way I think.
Yeah.
I think, in my experience, a lot of Christians, whatever they're taught, 6, 7 years old, whatever their pastor said, is almost the word of God from God himself. It's not possible that he might be misinformed. It's not possible that he could misinterpret a scripture. It's not possible that something could be wrong. The internet, the couple of things really changed it for me. One, parenthood.
Yeah.
Like I remember I was taught, like a lot of black church people, if you gay, it's a sin, you're going to hell.
Yes.
You wasn't born that way. And I remember the first thing that changed is when my son was born, I was holding him and I was like, it doesn't matter to me if he's gay.
Yeah.
That to me, that baby gonna live in my house.
Yeah,
y'all feel how y'all feel. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then one of family members were born, and I was like, this boy wasn't molested. I think he probably will be gay later on in life.
Yeah.
He was born, and that baby was, and still love him today. So that's one thing, lived experience. 2 is like knowledge, like reading, learning, hearing from other people, like learning from pastors who went to seminary, learning about black culture. One of the things in Sinners, I think what Lecrae was talking about, a lot of Christians are like, Christianity is the one, the only. And even African religions, that we brought over from Africa, that is now bad. All those things are now bad. And what I thought was so interesting in Sinners, and I hadn't, I'm not well-versed, so, I want to say that. But Annie's character, spoilers, she was like, I worked a root and I prayed for you. And to me, in my experience, it was never both.
Yes.
It was either you praying or you work in roots.
Yeah.
I never thought they could work together, right? So I was like, oh, that's interesting. And I remember one time on Twitter, somebody got me together. It was like, Christians hate, anything, they don't like rituals.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and the person was like, taking communion is a ritual. You speak in tongues. Like, you do a lot of stuff that's ritualistic. It's just your ritual. So it makes sense to you. So, but that doesn't mean it's not a ritual. And I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah, it is.
Because they're like,
That's
think
real.
about it. You say, I'm going to drink the blood. I'm going to eat the body. Like, if you don't grow up like that, you explain that to somebody, they're going to be like,
Whoa,
what are you?
I hear it.
What is he on?
Yeah.
But it's the way you were taught, so it makes sense to you.
Yeah.
It's like the bangers and mash or pie and mash. Like, an outsider's like, that is crazy. But if your
How
mom
we
made
looked
that
at
every
you.
Sunday, for sure.
How we looked at
But if your mom made that every Sunday, you're like, oh, this is like that dude who likes it, who really likes it. So I think to me, the baseline for me is things are not as black and white as we make them seem.
Yeah.
They're much more grays and nuances, and things are not as good or bad as we think. And there's truth in other things.
I was in church one day and someone explained that, a pastor explained that. He goes, listen, there's some things written in pen, something's written in pencil, something's written in pen, and something's written in blood. Yeah, in terms of like, so, and this is how there's like some parts of the scriptures, like, this is it, guys.
Yeah.
And there's just like, this is God speaking to you, and you just have to
Yeah.
hold on to that. And some things it's like, well, it doesn't have that same effect, as you said, with that whole, with like a gay child and stuff.
Yeah.
It's different now. You're not going to look at it the same way you might have looked at it before.
When it was distant.
When it was distant,
Yeah.
So again, that's been the, because even you spoke about something. You lot have been together for how many years?
We've been married for 20 years, and we've been together for 24 years.
24 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's round of applause
Yeah,
for
for
that.
real.
And then, funny enough, like for me, my experiences, I've been with my wife for 18 years. I just don't know. I can't remember, but
that's-
a long
that's a
time.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And but then what I liked about her is she introduced me to God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she introduced me to God, right? But then her relationship with God has changed. She grew up in the church. She's one of them church babies.
Yeah.
But she doesn't connect anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But then what I loved about her, the one thing that drew me to her was her God element,
Yeah.
right? But then it's weird now because it's there, but it's not there
Yeah.
like before.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, I was just wanting to ask on your situation, because you lot have been together for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and the woman you met back in the day at
Yeah.
school, she's totally different now.
Absolutely.
How have you kind of morphed that, and
Navigating that.
how have you navigated that? Because I know I've had to look at my wife and say, okay, this element, yes, you don't go church every Sunday
Yeah.
anymore, and you feel, I don't know, she felt like all the limitations of church, so she doesn't want to be in church like that.
Yeah.
And even for our daughter, because I want to take my daughter to church.
Yeah.
Because I realized I got God so late in life. I wish I got him earlier.
Yeah.
I want my daughter to have that.
Yeah.
But I can feel my wife doesn't want her in that environment yet.
Yeah.
But anyway, how about you guys?
Yeah, I think so. We met when we were 16. Started dating when we were 16. I'm 41 now, and we're similar in age. 42. I'm 42 now. Shoot.
I'm
up there.
Forget. It's okay.
So
It's all right, your birthday was a couple days ago.
Yeah, it was a couple days ago.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I used an example of like a cell phone, right? If I have the newest iPhone 16 Pro Max, right? This is a cell phone. When I was 16, when we first started dating, we also had cell phones. The first time I got a cell phone, it was like the Nokia little brick phone, right? So, but that phone ain't no touch screen, ain't no, camera. It's just, you can call. Actually, you couldn't even text at that time. You could only use it to call. So the evolution of the cell phone from then till now is like the evolution of our relationship. Like I have to, every version, every couple months, every couple years, there's a new thing. You got to learn. You got to read the manual. You got to watch YouTube videos. Like, you got to update yourself.
Yeah.
On the current version of your partner. So Melissa is the same person, but she's not the same person.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the difficult parts about being together for so long. Like, imagine who you were at 16 you're totally different. Hopefully you're a much better person.
Yeah.
And so am I. Like we've both grown, age change, life changes you, getting your first real job, having kids, getting fired, having another kid, people were losing you. Her parents got divorced when we were newly married. That changes how you think.
Yeah.
So I think you're basically constantly growing apart and growing together. Growing apart and growing together.
Can I ask a question about that?
Sure.
So obviously when the divorce happened, do you feel a bit more pressure? Like, oh my God, marriages can break up. Did it make you think about like, how did that affect you?
Instantly. So growing up in the church, we were taught divorce is not an option.
Yes.
Right? So that, you can almost get away with anything because God forgives and all that type of stuff. But you weren't doing the sin to God. You're doing it to the person, right? So we were taught divorce is not an option. And then all of a sudden, and for a long time, I didn't know anybody that got divorced.
Yeah.
And then when we were 16, 17, like this one pastor got divorced. I'm like, oh, snap, this is crazy. And then there's somebody else famous got divorced or whatever. But when her parents got divorced, it shook her and it shook me too. Because they were saved and, Christian, all that type of stuff. Been married almost 20 years at that point. Damn. So it's like, oh, y'all got divorced in 20 years in. And then like a little bit after that, a famous pastor in our neighborhood, they got divorced and they were like 60 years old, almost 70.
Yeah.
And no, they didn't even cheat. No baby on the side. They were just like, we just grew apart. And I'm like, okay, so y'all are saying divorce is not an option. Obviously, people are choosing this option. So we realized like divorce is a choice and staying together is a choice.
Yeah.
So we knew then that you can't lean on, oh, my mom and dad are together because, like you're going to have to make it work for yourselves. You're not just going to be able to be like, oh, they stayed together, so we going to stay together. It's not a guarantee. And that's what I feel like the lesson we learned immediately is like, it's not a guarantee. You're going to have to make it happen and continue to make it happen and continue to make it happen and continue to make it happen.
I guess that keeps you honest in the game.
Keeps you honest in the game. I think because it's such a constant, active thing, people can grow apart by just not actively trying to grow together.
Yeah.
You're not like out here, it's not always I'm cheating or sex is bad. Like, I think that might be a symptom of your thing, but it's not necessarily always that. Sometimes you're just not like actively learning. Like my favorite color growing up was blue. And then I was like, actually, my favorite color is red. I used to love shrimp and scallops. Now I don't like shrimp and scallops, And then you have the way, like the way your wife was thinking, she don't think that way.
Yeah.
And that, for a lot of people, could have been like, all right, I'm done. Because some people want to hold you to the person you were once, but I don't believe I don't believe humans need you. I don't think it's healthy to not change. You should, if you're not changing your thoughts about anything,
bruh,
that's wild.
Yeah. That's wild.
There's no way you were right about everything, or the people who taught you were right about everything. So that with Christianity, with marriage, I just don't believe that I can't evolve. I think you have to evolve your way of thinking in order for you to grow as a person.
And I think even looking at the shape of your career, because like you're not just any one thing.
No,
you're you're a mogul, to be fair. Like, do you know what I mean? There's so many strings to your bow. It's like, did you start off kind of wanting to be one of those people that's just like, I want to do this, and this and that? Or is it just along the journey, the evolution's come and now you're just like, yo, I'm literally involved in everything?
I don't even think I put that much specific thought to it. I think I just follow my interests. Like when I first started, the first YouTube videos I made were like churchy, playmakers videos. That's how we got our start. But like 6 videos in, I was like, I don't want to be put in this box. Because the church, then you can only make videos about the church forever. And I knew that was like, creatively, comedically, that's very limiting. Like, I don't want to be making the exact, like, low-key, and I do it sometimes. You take a cheap laugh. You got to take some. There's some church jokes that I wrote when I was 16 that still I can do today.
They still hit.
And they hit as if nothing has changed. But to me, I will get bored if I'm saying the same joke every time. So I think comedically and creatively, I've always wanted to do whatever is interesting to me. And following those pursuits is how my career stays fresh, how my life stays fresh. Because really, it's really how I'm living my life. Like, I chase whatever I'm interested in. I come across anime, I'm interested in that. I'll follow that path.
We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it. I just made my missus watch Attack on Titan. She's finished it. That was mad, right? Did you watch it? Please. You will truly appreciate.
It's a sticky one because we started together.
Yo,
Is that right? Was that right?
Bit sticky one. We'll see. Yeah.
Hold on. You don't care about the praise.
We don't
mind
care.
about the praise.
No, but the way he dropped it though. No, we got to acknowledge the journey that he's been on.
That was clean.
Bro, that's clean work.
He said it. I moved on. I was like, something happened. Just
Because my son recommended it. A lot of people recommended it.
Yeah.
We started together. She was watching it. I was watching it. I was so into it that I was like, I cannot wait for you.
You cheated.
And I cheated.
You cheated. That's
cheated.
cheating.
I cheated.
That's out of order.
That's out of order.
That's a big deal. What you just
That's out of order what you've done, because that's one of the greatest of.
I know. But I was like, let's watch it. Let's watch it. She was like, I'm cooking. I'm like, oh my God. And early in that show, you have to press the next episode.
You have to.
Because you're ending, and I'm like, if there's no episode, I don't know how people watched it when it was coming out.
I don't do those.
How can you watch this and
You
then
cannot.
you're waiting a week?
I was watching.
You
And
haven't
then
seen
years.
You haven't
I
seen
don't
it.
even watch
I
anime like that.
swear to you.
Trust me.
Listen to this.
I'm not lying, not gassing you. One of the best shows I've seen on. Is that England? I don't even know.
He's doing well. He's doing well.
First time I've gone to that, bro.
It's just flowing, yo.
First time I've gone to that, bro. I'm not even
gassing you,
gassing
bro.
you right now. Yeah.
It's one of the best shows I've seen, period, regardless of form. Like, I will put it up there with The Wire, Soprano. Attack on Titan for me is
Thank you.
regardless of form, it is that. The storytelling is that good.
Sweet. No, honestly, the missus, I'm telling you right now, because we watched it, now she's into anime. Now I'm trying to, she just finished Blue Eyed.
That's the show that started me.
Cold.
Somebody on Twitter, black dude, Dragonfly Jones, was
Yeah.
like, I watched this show, Blue Eyed Samurai. I never even seen anime.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, I don't even watch this, but this is one of the best shows I've ever seen.
Yes.
So I watched that on a plane to Japan, interestingly enough. Me and Melissa were going to Japan for like a brand deal. I watched this whole season in 2 plane rides.
That's crazy.
It was insane. So I was like, yo, what else is out there like
Do you know what? I tell you what. Let me know this thing is serious. Yeah, is obviously it's a video very kind of sensitive to you. Is about the One Piece
Yeah.
reaction, because I've watched your videos, but I hadn't seen this. So I'm
Yeah.
watching. I'm like, oh my gosh,
The
the
storytelling,
impact
bro.
of this. Yeah, and I'm like, cartoons.
And we have to know, let's get there. Let's get there because you stopped. Well, I stopped watching.
Yeah.
And we stopped at maybe a similar part.
Okay.
I stopped watching, spoiler alert, but it's your fault. It's old. It's old. One Piece.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, cool. Don't worry. I stopped watching Whitebeard.
Yeah.
That was it for me. I couldn't take it no more.
Yeah.
Died standing up, and I said, I'm done. I've not gone back to One Piece. Bro, so his brother goes first, and then Whitebeard goes straight after. Too much loss.
Bruh.
I said, okay, I detached, haven't seen an episode since. You had a moment. You was in the airport.
Oh, dog.
Talk to us about that, though.
So One Piece is a very long anime. So I'm on the road this year. I'm on the plane. I'm in the hotel. I'm in the lounge. I'm waiting a lot to do shows. You're a comedian. You spend a lot of
Me
time.
too, by the way.
Oh, you a comedian?
Yeah.
I know you.
Sorry, man. You pointing that in one time.
I only knew.
You pointing that in one time before,
Yeah,
and I was
I
like,
didn't know.
I'll let that
I
one
can
go.
see it.
I let that one go, and I thought I gotta tell him now.
Yeah. So y'all know it's a lot of waiting to be on stage reporting. Okay.
Nah.
Okay, that's why you back there. All right. But so it's like they called it world building when you're building the world.
Yep.
So you're watching, and the next thing you know, you really get to know these characters, and also people don't really die that much, like really die in One Piece. They're beat, but they don't die. Like they'll come back. I'm like, I thought he was dead. So now I'm thinking nobody dies in this show.
Yeah.
The first nigga that really die is the main character's brother, and he dies protecting him. The monologue was like, bro, they might have well been talking to me directly.
Yeah.
He's like, all I wanted to do was protect you, and you continue to live out your dreams. And I was like, nigga, is my brother talking to me?
Yeah.
I embarrassingly cried in the Sky Club. I'm on tour with my homies.
Yeah.
They look it up. They're like, oh, you good? Like, yeah, I'm just going to the bathroom real quick. Dog. Bro. I had to pause it. Yeah. And I feel like because it's animated, they can take time that a live action show just
won't do.
They can't take that long.
That's real.
And then just like story-wise, because they're animating, Attack on Titan could never be made in
Ever.
live
In real
action.
form, yeah.
It's too.
They
it would
tried,
be
but
too
it's horrible.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it's horrible. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no way it can be. It's just too big.
Yeah.
So I think, you said cartoon, like that's how I thought about it too.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's how people, because we watching, Turtles or Duck Hunt or whatever, not Duck Hunt, but DuckTales, it looks just like that. It ain't like that. It's supreme storytelling. Like I'm telling you, Trav, it's up there. Attack on Titan is
crazy.
probably one of my top
See,
favorites.
this is how I felt
Blue-Eyed
about
Samurai,
This Is Us.
please.
This is how I felt about This Is Us.
Yeah, is that
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show.
that? What show? So in the room, what show has made you stop watching and couldn't deal with it no more? Just like
We actually, This Is Us.
Oh, no.
We had a pod. I was like, I'm tired of crying. Me and my wife was watching This Is Us. It got too personal
yeah.
and it was too much. We stopped and we never came back.
Serious? You just let it go.
Let it go.
I had to press on.
I can't
These
cry
were new,
no more.
these were new emotions for me. I said, what is happening to me?
What's funny for me, after it does the writer strike.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was very, very, very into Prison Breaking Heroes, like really into it. And when the writer strike came, I felt like I was an addict. The way I was going online, I was researching what's going on with the writer strike. Is there some new stuff coming out?
Yeah.
And I remember one day I said to myself, like, what's going on? Why am I so, I feel like I'm addicted. And I didn't like the fact that I felt as though these like episodic shows had
We're a part of you.
A hold of you.
Yeah.
You had a hold of
So
you.
after that, I actively just don't. The only thing the closest thing I've come to watching the series is probably like maybe Attack on Titan, but a lot of the other stuff I don't really watch. I've watched like a bit of things here and there. Your wife has something on.
Yeah.
You didn't plan to watch that show, but now you're watching that show.
Right.
Because that's what you're watching now.
No, but do you know what show I stopped?
Do you miss characters as if they're real people?
Yeah, bro, I stopped watching. So This Is Us, yeah. It got me. This is the dad got back in their life.
Yeah, bro.
And he came over just to die in their house for me. I said no. I said absolutely, because now it's talking to me.
Because the two
Now it's-
timelines.
bro. Because I'm thinking, imagine if my mom came back in and and then she just died. I said, babes, we're not watching this show no more. I made an executive decision. I signed the order like Trump, bro. I said there'll be no more This Is Us in this house. No more. Bro, there's cameras set up by my
Get people
daughter.
on both sides.
It's a great show, but there's no more This Is Us in this house. Bro, I don't know what's happened. I don't even know how the dad died. I don't know. Have you
I
not
watched
finished
it. I finished it, bro.
This is
had to go through
Randall's dad?
You know the kids,
the main dad.
The main dad.
Everybody's dad.
Oh, their dad.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a crock pot. Oh, because
the smoke.
the fire.
The smoke.
So we thought he was going to die in the fire. He doesn't. He goes to the hospital, survived.
Yep.
She goes to get a snack out of the vending machine. He has a heart attack. She comes back. He's dead. I said,
Bro.
no. Bro. Smoke inhalation, like it was which is what most people die from fire. It's not actually the flames.
It was
It's
hard to see.
Bro, we came back.
It was hard to see.
And you knew what was coming.
Bro, I know, but
You just didn't know how it was going to happen.
You pressed on and saw that.
Dog.
I tell you what messed me up was when
I thought you were talking about Randall's dad.
Randall's dad fucked me up.
No,
That
I
was
stopped
even
watching. I stopped watching.
Yeah,
that was it.
Randall's dad is way worse
Bro.
than their dad.
Because he was healing the trauma of him not being.
No, wait.
Come on, bro.
I didn't get to the death. I saw him. He was at the house. You know, because they went on that drive back to his
That's
old
right,
area
to go see the
He
kids.
went to go to, was it Memphis or where did he go? He went to his
Remember,
old
his
area.
old stomping ground.
From
It
then,
is.
I said, I hated that.
It was tough. It was
Do you hear
tough.
what he did? Watch now.
Yeah,
He said he went back to the Memphis and he goes, Mains. No. No.
I said
And that's
but-
good. Oh, he
mains.
said ends. He said
said
ends.
ends.
He went down to the ends. Okay, cool.
Because if you said the mails, then I'll be like,
I
wait,
just
you're
pissed me off.
too up to speed.
That's what I said then. I said main.
He said the mains, bro. He can't say he went back to the mains, bro. No, bro. Because we're talking about a dad going back home and he's gonna die. Like it's not. He don't need to be on the mains in that moment, bro.
Brother. You know what's bad is that sometimes when you ain't crying no while, the tears hit you delayed. So it's like the series ends and it's like you just sit there thinking, why am I so somber? I need to go gym or something.
You got this like manly. Or do you know what would be good though? One thing that I thought was good for our relationship, yeah, Blackish.
Yeah.
I like watching Blackish because situations come up and you get to talk to your partner about it. So
Yeah.
it's like, raw. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
You know, that's when you get like a little check-in.
I find it a little bit messagey though.
Yeah.
But you know what I like about that show as well, though? I like that it's like it's a modern portrayal of a black family, but it's not like the cliche kind of we're in the hood, we're struggling to survive. Like it's like we're both doing well.
It's closer to the Cosby Show than the Jeffersons.
Yes. But then even because there was an episode where it came up and it's like their daughter's watching porn. And then she's like, oh, remember she came in and she was like, and then I was like, okay, but then you have the conversation with Mrs. Well, how would we deal with that?
Yeah.
Because these are conversations
for sure
we are never trying to have. You know, like these are conversations as like people, like think about how they talk about sex and stuff. We don't even want to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't want to talk about it anyway. How are we going to deal as parents with, like, my daughter's 8, yours is 14, yours 6.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
18 and 16.
So did you pass all that stage? Did you have to deal with that conversation?
No, we had to. Me and my wife, it's actually a constant conversation. We probably started, our oldest was 11 maybe.
Yeah.
11 and 9, I think. And then, first we were just talking like the mechanics of sex and what it means and all that type of stuff. But as of late, it's more about consent, like what that means. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't a conversation as much when I was a kid. My parents never talked to me about sex ever. Never said a word. We've had those conversations, but consent. It was funny because we were seeing Sinners, and there's a scene in there where a person who he's probably 19, 20 in real life, he's eating coochie, and we didn't know this was coming. So I try to avoid. So it's me, my wife, and then the 2 boys. And I'm just like, oh my God. And Melissa's like, close your eyes. Close your eyes. But he had ate the coochie, and she was like, I ain't have a chance to shower. Like, not right now. He's like, no, let me taste it. I was like, it's real nigga work though. I also feel like my son should know this. Like, be a real nigga though. Like, close your eyes, but listen. Like, that's real. That's a real man. That's a real leader. That's not a lesson I can teach him. I needed Sinners to be like. He
needed to see that.
You need to see that, bro. You need to be like preacher boy.
That's how it goes.
That's sometimes how you go. You got to take care of her first. Maybe she don't have that's real work.
That's some real stuff.
That's funny.
So now when they're older, I can just be like, you remember
Sinners?
It helps. It helps break. This is what I'm saying. Some of these shows will help break the ice, bro. Because I was at home, was watching Family Reunion on Netflix with my daughter, and then, bro, I wasn't even ready. Me and Annie chilling, but it was a period episode, and with my little girl, it's a period episode. I'm thinking, oh shit. And I was like, my wife's not in. It's just us. Like, what are we?
You can't even defer it.
I'm like, oh my God, please don't ask you no questions. And I hope this show clears up everything. I'm like, Medea, I need Medea to sing us through. I need Medea to sing us through everything that's happening. And they're going to make it corny as well. And I'm looking at my daughter, and the ones when you just like, I should.
You should be the
There's
dad
a moment,
in this moment.
I know we've had a moment, and I weren't expecting because you're 8. Yeah. I was like,
we're here now.
and it's always high. So, do you have questions about? She goes, what did she was matter of fact. She said, yes, when a woman starts to change, and she started to break it down, and I was like, oh, so someone told you about this? She goes, yeah. She started speaking about it, but I became more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because her breakdown was like, I'm watching my daughter get older to me.
Yeah, in the moment.
And I wasn't ready for her to go on that progression.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, she
and that's dope. She's 8.
8, yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, I wasn't ready though.
Yeah,
I wasn't. I'm not. Nah, it threw me off totally because she's like, yeah. Then there's different. She had to talk about towels and stuff, and I didn't know what to do. I honestly didn't know what to do, and I'm more well versed because we don't learn this stuff, innit?
Yeah,
we don't learn this stuff. So
it's true.
What we doing? We need to go to Patreon, innit? Way over.
We're at 54. So.
All right. Wow. All right. Well, we go over to Patreon still. Listen, people.
The rest of y'all can't watch?
Oh, yeah.
You gotta come over. Still.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
You know what?
Oh my God.
The conversation continues on the other side.
Well played.
Oh, that's a great way to do that. I like that. So would you cap it as an hour?
Yeah.
And however long the rest goes.
Yeah.
Only
This-
for Patreon.
Yes, perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is great. I gotta subscribe to y'all Patreon just for this. This is brilliant. That's good.
Smart.
FOMO is like,
I was in the conversation. Now you out.
how you?
Sometimes we be telling them as well, yeah, when we go to the other side, we're going to talk about this. We're even going to talk about Diddy's new case. We're going to talk about everything.
Love this.
So there's a lot to talk about on our side. We can get to hear more about your backstory, you know, how you kind of got into comedy. I know you worked at Bowen, I worked at Bowen, so that's a little bit.
You worked at Bowen?
Oh, I used to, not anymore.
Here?
No, yeah.
Oh wow.
Is that the job you lot both got fired from? Or?
Whoa,
No, I quit Bowen. But had I not quit,
He separated himself immediately.
but I can tell you without a doubt.
Let's tell
I
them on the
would
Patreon. Let's tell them on the Patreon.
Guys, listen, the convo's going to continue on the other side. We'll see you over there. The price of, it's like a price of coffee. Seriously, like
2 double cheeses.
Yeah, 2 double cheeseburgers if that's how you give it up at McDonald's, bro. That's crazy. So we'll see you on the other side.
way, no.
Peace.